The twang of the banjo resonates in American country music and bluegrass. But this down-home sound actually has its roots in Africa. Slaves brought to America wanted something that sounded like the instruments from home. So they devised the banjo, and the rest is music history. To make a banjo, a lip is carved into wood that's been steamed and bent into a circular rim. The rim is carefully measured. It must be a perfect fit for this metal tone ring. The wooden back of the banjo acts as a sound resonator, and some plastic trim gives it a more stylish look. A chemical accelerator helps the glue dry so the plastic trim adheres almost instantly. The surface is then sanded until the plastic is flush to the wood. This long piece of wood will become the banjo's neck. Using a table saw, an artisan cuts a long slot into the neck so that a metal adjusting rod can be installed later. He widens the end of the neck with two pieces of wood to form the instrument's peg head. Next comes some very delicate work, as tiny mother-of-pearl decorations are embedded in a piece of ebony. That inlaid piece of ebony is then glued onto the banjo's peg head and clamped to dry. Now, it's over to a saw with 22 blades. A long piece of ebony is passed over those blades to make the banjo's fret slots. This is the banjo's fingerboard. Once it's been adorned with more inlaid decorations, the fingerboard is glued onto the banjo neck. Next, the edges of the banjo neck and peg head are trimmed down to size. Using this router, artisans give the back and sides of the banjo neck smoother contours. The rounded edges will make the instrument easier to hold and play. They finalize the shape of the neck with a rasp, then give it a thorough sanding. Here, metal frets are tapped into the slots on the fingerboard, and the overlap is trimmed. Now it's time for a little color. Stain is rubbed onto the banjo parts. When the stain dries, it's followed by 12 coats of lacquer. And finally, a thorough buffing. Now, all the pieces come together, beginning with the pre-fitted tone ring and wooden rim. The plastic head through which the banjo's sound will radiate fits on the tone ring. The head is secured with a tension hoop and a series of hooks. Tightening these hooks will stretch the plastic head to adjust the instrument's tone. The banjo neck and its peg head are attached and secured with metal rods. The tuning pegs are screwed into the peg head. Then the banjo's strings are attached and tightened. This little wooden bridge sits on the plastic head and is only held in place by the tension of the strings. Finally, the back of the banjo goes into place. And now, this finely crafted instrument is ready to strum away.